questions?
Why now? I mean, this is an interesting timing. Are you communicating with the Senate side at all?
We were busy on January 3rd, 4th, 5th. Everything's going on.
But in all fairness, we were having this discussion in the minority,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this isn't a new issue for us. I mean, we were having this discussion 2 years ago when the House of Representatives was in the minority and the Senate was at 50-50. I mean, there was a lot of discussions about that as the new Biden administration was coming in and looking at what had happened with the Trump nominations and the Trump confirmations, and they were very uncomfortable with it because they started seeing a Supreme Court, I would argue, finally returning back to its constitutional roots. And so now this is not a new effort, but it's going to get some volume. It's going to get some emphasis with us in the majority, and hopefully the Senate will be paying close attention to it. I do believe that they are. Again, as I've said, we all have Democrat friends on the other side of the aisle who kind of quietly will go, "Yeah, this is not a good idea," because they understand that worm turns at some point politically. And you look at what happened in the Senate with the nuclear option on filibuster discussions. You look at what they've done at various levels, and we're seeing some of that happening here in the House of Representatives now. Precedents that Speaker Pelosi had set is now coming back, and they have to live under the same rules and expectations that they created in the last 4 years.
Harriet and Beth, you both are stepping forward. Let's go Harriet and Beth.
Just very quickly.
As someone who's practiced at this level.
I actually have practiced before the United States Supreme Court quite extensively. I've been an attorney for almost 34 years. This isn't something new. The state legislators have been taking this up for several years now. So the fact that we are also pursuing it at the federal level doesn't mean that this is a new idea. As I indicated in my remarks, there's over 19 state legislators that have already adopted a keep the nine type of approach. So it's not anything new. It's just something that we're addressing at this point because it's the Democrats who are talking about packing the court.
Well, and I wanted to make sure that was clear. When you say why now, why time, we're not bringing this fight up. We're not saying that this is out of nowhere. This is in direct response to the attack that the Democrats are saying by forming a committee to pack the court by more than 4 members, simply to allow Joe Biden an opportunity to pack the court with 4 very progressive members of the court. That's it. This was not our timing at all. But I think it's really important that when this was first brought up, you did have a number of members of this body that said exactly what you're hearing today. This is not new, but we did not bring this fight. We did not bring this up. We brought this up because you've got Democrats who are not happy enough to have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They wanted to make sure that they had total control of the courts as well.
A follow-up on what she asked. Has there been discussion with the Senate about this? Because, I mean, is it going to get through a Democrat-controlled Senate?
No.
Yeah, first I would underline what Bill said, and that is that I have had conversations with Democratic members in the last Congress. And those conversations were maturing, and I thought we were getting to a point where this could become a bipartisan bill. The nomination of Justice Brown Jackson, though, I think created quite a political conversation. It made it frankly more difficult to talk about reform of the Supreme Court in a conceptual way. And as far as the Senate, I have had some conversations with some Senate members. Their sense is, listen, if you guys can get your act together in the House, then we'll take a serious look at it in the Senate.